Thank you for joining me today. I'm Fritz on Fritz. I hope your day is going splendidly so far. Currently, 84 degrees, sunny and breezy here in the valley on this Wednesday afternoon. Do you know what time it is? Well, of course you do. It's food review time. Today, I'm trying the Universal Yums subscription box international snacks for the month of May. As you may recall, I received a 12-month Universal Yum subscription as a Christmas gift from my dad and stepmom. Every month features snacks from a different country around the world. Ooh, I'm excited to see what's in here today. This arrived in my mailbox a few days ago. Ooh. All right, let's see what's in here. Da-da-da. Drum roll. Ooh. Ba-ba-ba. Wow, look at that. Ooh. Welcome to Greece. Ooh, it's exciting. A little bit of information here. On the back is a scorecard for all of the featured snacks. A nice booklet. I really like the color scheme here. It's very tranquil and soothing with the blues and the whites, purples. I appreciate the booklet. It has a little bit of history of the country, a little bit of trivia, and information along with nutritional facts about each snack that's included in the box. Mm. Full disclosure, Universal Yums is not a sponsor of this video. If you're familiar with any of these snacks, please let me know in the comments what your assessment of them are. I'm really curious to hear out there, virtual world. Wow. Look at all these goodies. Woo. Yeah, let's dig in.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
We warmly welcome your mouth to Greece. Popular saying here, a well-known Greek proverb says, one bite and all is forgiven. That probably doesn't include, like bank robbery, but never underestimate the power of a good meal. How to say yum. In Greece, nostimo is the way to say yum or yummy. Flavor watch. Mastica is a tree sap superfood used in everything from ice cream to liquor to makeup. It tastes like pine needle licorice, but a bit of sugar makes it sing. Mm. More favorite foods from Greece. A typical Greek breakfast is just a coffee and a pastry, but one could also fill up on yogurt, honey, fresh bread, as long as there's definitely coffee. Mm. Greek lunch is also typically light, featuring salads, bread, and perhaps some spanakopita, Spanish feta pie. Lunch is often followed by more coffee. For dessert, Get ready for some sweet and flaky baklava. Layers of filio dough filled with chopped pistachios and honey or syrup, and spiced with cinnamon and cardamom. Mmm. Wow. First up on today's taste test journey to Greece is Jotta's garlic bread chips. Bread chips with garlic flavor. Garlicky, salty, dippable. Bread chips are a type of cracker made by drying or twice baking bread. This method has been used since ancient times as a means of preserving bread by preventing it from going stale or moldy. Bread chips are an extremely popular snack in Europe, particularly in Greece and Italy. Bread chips are also featured in a number of classic Greek dishes, including the famous Dakos salad, a dish from the island of Crete. These bread chips are flavored with fragrant garlic and take cues from Italian American style garlic bread. Enjoy these bread chips on their own as a crispy, salty snack, or dip them in tzatziki sauce or hummus for a delicious treat any time of day. Now, I apologize if I pronounced any of those words incorrectly. This 2.82 ounce bag has an expiration date of November 4th, 2025. Nice, pleasant, buttery aroma. Oop, I see you. Cheers, everybody. Wow. The bread chip is flaky, has a nice initial crunch, yet buttery, creamy, well balanced between sweet and salty. The garlic really shines from start to finish, not overwhelming, fresh, delectable, not oily or greasy or stale. I appreciate the garlic. In terms of the texture, these remind me a mix between the Gardetto's chips brand and also the Stacy's bagel chips brand. If you took those two together and meshed them together and added some garlic, that's what the flavor texture profile tastes like. Not gritty. Ooh. I could see crumbling this up and having it as croutons on a nice house salad. Or even getting some hummus. But even on their own, these bread chips have a nice flavor. On a scale of 1 to 10, I will give the Jotta's Fine Bakery garlic bread chips. I'll give these a solid 9.45. Do I recommend these? Yes, I do. Next up on the taste test docket today is mandolato, me portocali, orange and peanut soft nougat, unique, citrus, peanut. In Greece, nougat is called mandolato. It has been enjoyed for centuries, often as part of holidays and celebrations. This particular nougat combines two distinct flavors, peanut and orange. Peanuts came to Europe in the 16th century and are a somewhat modern addition to nougat. The combination of soft, chewy candy and crunchy nuts works particularly well. Oranges are widely used in Greek cuisine. They grow well in a Mediterranean climate and add a fresh, citrusy note that perfectly complements the sweetness of nougat. Candia was founded in Greece in 1992. Although it's a big name in Greek candy, the brand remains dedicated to making its nougat using traditional methods, making Candia products as authentic as they are delicious. Woo! Wow, look at that packaging. Very bold with the orange and the white, reminiscent of summertime. Mm-mm-mm. Mm, squishy. Woo! Man. Ooh, that's a nice, pleasant aroma. Mm-mm-mm. Cheers, everybody. Woo! Mm-mm. The softness and chewiness of the nougat meshes well with the little bits of crunch from the nuts. Ooh, strong citrus from start to finish. Very pleasant. Mmm. It's sweet, but not overwhelmingly sweet to the point that I need to get something to drink. Ooh. Mmm. Dessert time. Fluffy. It's fresh, not stale, not bitter, not salty. I really appreciate the citrus. Mm, that's the star of the show. Nougat itself, so delectable, so soft, almost melts in the mouth, and then the little bits of nuts. Mm, crunch here, a little crunch there. Ba 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 da ba ba. And I appreciate the portion size. Woo! Mm, what a treat! Wow, I could see having this. Oh, with the fruit smoothie. Or even just on its own. There's so much citrus flavor. Anytime's the right time. On a scale of 1 to 10, I will give the orange and peanut soft nougat bar. I'll give this a solid 9.75. Wow. Do I recommend this? Yes. Yes, I do. I'm not sure how much it costs. If you know, please let me know. Hmm, wow. Nougat time. Mm, what a lovely treat. Just can't get enough. Mm. soft and fresh. Creamy. Mm. Woo. Next up here is a Musto Coluro grape must cookie ring. Musty, soft, cinnamony. Folks don't often use the word musty to describe good things, but we're confident we've found the exception. These soft, cinnamony cookies are made with grape must, a thick mixture created from freshly pressed juice, skins, seeds, and stems of the grape, usually prepared as the first step of wine making. Fortunately, not all must is wine bound. Some of it is used to make this traditional mustochlora cookie, an absolute must for any visit to Greece. My apologies if I pronounced that wrong. Wow, look at that. This 1.5 ounce pouch has an expiration date of January 2nd, 2026. Mm. Mm. Ooh, soft to the touch. Nice, pleasant cinnamon aroma, almost reminiscent of. I don't know why it reminds me of gingerbread. I don't think there's any ginger in there. Soft. Flaky. Cheers, everybody. Woo! The cookie is thick, chewy, fresh, and tangy. The grape, subtle, but it's there. The cinnamon is really the star of the show. That's what I'm tasting the most. Cinnamon, cinnamon. But it meshes well with the grape. And then the dough. Woo, boy, that's chewy. It's reminiscent. How do I describe this? The flavor profile, it's like I just had some balsamic vinegar with a sugar cookie, if that makes sense. If you put those two together, that's just what my taste buds are trying to analyze. I could see having this with some pork ribs, a little bit of garlic, salt, coriander. Dessert time. Wow, I am intrigued. The flavor with this flavor profile, grape must. Yummy and sweet. It's not overbearing. I like the flavor. Cinnamon and grape must together. Wow. I'm honestly not sure what this would pair well with, other than what I mentioned before, maybe having it as a dessert after eating some pork ribs. Balsamic. On a scale of 1 to 10, I will give grape must cookie ring I'll give this a solid 8.51. Do I recommend it to try? Yes. Yes, I do. Grape. Cinnamon. Ooh. Chewy and soft. Mm. Ow. Mm-mm-mm. Next up, for the food review journey today through Greece, is the Kritsinaki Gishi Feta Rigani. Breadsticks with feta cheese and oregano. Cheesy, herby, cracker. These crunchy breadsticks are emblematic of two of Greece's most enduring ingredients: salty feta cheese and fragrant oregano. Feta is traditionally made from sheep's or goat's milk and is one of the oldest cheeses in the world, tracing its origins to ancient Greece some 6,000 years ago. In fact, Homer's Odyssey, written in the 8th century BC, describes one of its characters, the Cyclops Polyphemus, making cheese from sheep's and goat's milk. Feta cheese doesn't last long outside the refrigerator, so these breadsticks use a special powdered form of feta that is shelf stable. Oregano, known as rigani in Greek, has also been used since ancient times as a culinary seasoning and as a part of medicinal remedies. In these mini breadsticks, oregano adds an herbal aroma that makes the snack positively addictive. Woo! This 1.41 ounce bag has an expiration date of December 3rd, 2025. Breadstick time in the valley. Wow, mini bite-sized breadsticks. Ooh. Ooh, that is a nice aroma. Wow. Feta and oregano together. Ooh. Ah. Cheers, everybody. Oh, yeah. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Nice, satisfying crunch from the breadstick while still being buttery and creamy. The feta is the star of the show, start to finish. Then a hint of oregano, aftertaste. The two mesh well together, and the breadstick canvas really holds everything together. I appreciate the bite-sizedness of the breadsticks, mini breadsticks. I could see putting those out on a charcuterie board, along with some cheeses, maybe some dips, or even some grapes, or even sliced kiwi or strawberry. Fresh, not stale, not overly salty. I appreciate the size as well. Like I said, I could use these as croutons. Crunchy. Just the right amount. It's well seasoned, I'll say, and the right amount of saltiness. It's not overwhelmingly salty where I need to have a beverage. And they're certainly not spicy. Mmm, cheesy. And the aroma is very soothing. On a scale of 1 to 10, I will give the breadsticks with feta cheese and oregano. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving this a solid 10 out of 10 flavor profile. I love it. Delicious. What a treat. Thank you for expanding my taste horizons in the world. Do I recommend these? Yes, I do. I'm not sure where I could find them here in my area, but I will certainly look around. Maybe the international section of the store might have might have those. Wow, great job. Breadsticks, mm, spot on, crunchy, crispy, delectable. Last up on today's taste test journey through Greece is the Serenata Finger Milk Chocolate Wafer with cocoa cream. Chocolatey, crispy wafer. The ancient Greeks first started cooking crispy wafers, then called urbelios, in 146 BC. They would pour batter between two hot plates attached to wooden sticks, akin to ancient waffle irons, cooking the wafers to perfection before topping them with herbs and cheese. Fast forward 2,000 years to 1970, when the Greek company Totis Bingo created their flagship product, the Serenata wafer. Serenata quickly became one of the most famous chocolates in Greece, beloved for its simplicity and the quality of its milk chocolate filling. It has been a nostalgic treat for many, cherished by children and adults alike for over 50 years. This 0.6 ounce bar has an expiration date of February 2nd, 2026. Ooh, look at the swirl on that. Nice, pleasant, chocolatey aroma. Woo! Oh, yeah. Firm to the touch. Sticky. Here's a bite. Satisfying initial crunch. I appreciate the ratio of the wafer to the chocolate. Flaky, crispy, not oily or greasy. Very sweet. I will say it will satisfy a sweet tooth. In terms of the texture profile, these remind me of Kit Kat, but a little sweeter. Tasty, delicious. The chocolate here really shines. Decadent, creamy, full of flavor. I can see having this with a cup of hot cocoa, or even with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. or just on its own. What a treat. Treat yourself to something special. Mm. And I love how it looks with that swirl on there, that drizzle. On a scale of 1 to 10, I will give the milk chocolate wafer with cocoa cream. Melts in the finger there. Ladies and gentlemen, I will give this a solid 10 out of 10. The milk chocolate shines, the wafer shines, just the overall flavor profile, it shines. I appreciate the quality, the freshness, the taste, the size. Oh yeah, what a treat. What a treat. It's gonna be gone here in a minute. So decadent and rich. Well, that's it, everyone. This video is part 1 of 2 in the May 2025 Universal Yums International Snacks Taste Test video. Until next time, I'm Fritz Hudson Fritz. Bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Ta-da.
About